feel about being champ, and can you talk us through what you think the best elements of your game were today?
Feels good, you know, like I train very hard, as I said before, you know, and I don't know, man, I train every day, I'm in the gym every day, I train most of my life, you know, I've always been on top of my game, you know, like I'm trying, this is what I live for.
Did Brett meet your expectations in there? It seemed like he had a really solid chin. You'd landed some huge punches on him.
Yeah, he is a titanium chin on this guy, you know. What you can do, it's not everything. MMA has such a huge game. You need to have a little bit more than a strong hand and a good chin. You know, you have to move, you have to work your ground, you have to different sense, different, you know, sense of feeling things, and you know, just a good eye, as my coach always saying, my coach Sylvia always saying, you have to have a good eye for what is going on in the cage, you know.
You have a good grappling background. Was the game plan to go in and get a submission?
I always use it. If you watch through my fights, there's grappling all the time. There's grappling always. I just improve my stand-up, and I do what I do. If there's an opportunity to go down to the floor, I do it. I control there. If you be better than me on the floor, like some of my sparring partners, like I prefer to stand up and punch.
You know, we've seen you fight on BAMMA a number of times. We've seen you fight elsewhere, and your improvement, especially since the Max Nunes fight, has been massive. What do you think the biggest strides you've taken in the last sort of 2 or 3 fights have been? Where do you see the biggest improvement in your game?
Footwork. I think footwork. I work footwork with my coach every single day, and that's, as I said, that gives me a sense of feeling a fight, and you know, I think, and a confidence, of course. Like training with the good sparring partners, it gives you a right confidence that you need to fight with the best.
Yeah. McDermott came into the fight, his hands were pretty low a lot of the time, he was trying to close the distance on you. Was you surprised at how low his hands were?
That was his only thing to do. What else could he do? He kicked, like, he kicked me a few times, the low kick, I block it. He tried to kick me in the body, I block it. He tried a few things, I checked it. His hands, my hands reach was so much longer, and I use it.
Who do you think the next person that is going to try and take that belt from you is?
I don't know what was the hierarchy in BAMMA Light-Heavyweight division. I don't know, man. Whoever matchmaker decides me to fight with, that'd be a good decorated fight. I'd be happy to do it. You know, I want big fights because big fights pumping you up, you know, and pushing you up. You know, I'm not getting any younger. I'm still fresh, but I want the big fights.